like to talk a lot, they like to claim leadership, they like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority, they don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. You know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. You gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to one with step. I'm silent for show to them fake niggas. Stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, or got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, right. But that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Yeah, you already know what time it is. You understand?
Grammarly now uses AI to help you write.
Game begin.
It's been a while, fuck a smile, 1969 UPK style. 10 months in the room, now I'm back in my human form. Pleading with the school, just a jerk, seeking room and board. Many bulls chilling with the Legion of Doom. I was married to this bitch, had me even jump the broom. Now I cut a cartoon like a GT, Guerrero warfare, bloodshed, much terror, Jared Terrier. Better yet, I'll control the flying saucer, we ain't offering swine's flesh on the Lord's altar. Check the resurrection, lock ya, lost in the sauce, sir. He ain't worth the energy, much less the cough, sir. Prepare to slaughter, put his head on the charger, nigga. We build men and that ain't never gonna falter. Job was the Baptist, but Barabbas, malefactor, yeah, I was shot. The only nigga worthy of his axes while my neighbors mutilated. The laborers get a penny, but the outcome for the 12 tried to serve fit. Now I'm in your city, cause the general sent me. Considering a gift has been a half a century. 400 years is still a penitentiary for Eric Gardner's life. Ain't he born for life? Coat, white t-shirt, blue jeans and Nikes. Nowadays you gotta wear skinny jeans to get rights. Not to mention all the pussy they poppin' to get likes. This is doomsday. Christ ain't interested in your cash. Ain't as I get the order, I'm coming to kick your ass. Now you wanna run it back. Big mouth, Billy Bass, finna blast with that extra heat. I do it to it extra. gracefully. You could call it destiny when really he requested me. Kick against the bricks, you better turn down and turn up. The heavens all about to burn up. I'm talking about two in the field, but only one is gonna turn up. All you wanted was a rapture, the other one's getting fucked. I'm talking 6 ways from Sunday, the body's gonna erupt. In the midst of this corruption, part of interruption. Shit, I thought you all reverse surf code. I'm no deduction. We out of trying to function, they out of on a luncheon. That's the reason we serve spontaneous combustion. Reverse engineering, what you're hearing is a blueprint. That's why you get caught up in bullshit. I rebuke it, chucking up the deuces will not produce solutions. Woman, thou art bound, now the strong man is loosened. Law out of gag, you the swinging the flag. But it's a coward, it's a hard burden for that ass. We got a classic connection. I bars from the past and like an everlast punch it back, son. Just do the math. Your reporters on the other side, warriors got a class. Drilling the upper class, turning sinners from swindlers into triggers. When it comes to this fate, we the defenders, we the greatest to exist. Same time I ain't shit. Reverse psychology, I'm logically taking risks. I'm making hits, I'm a UPK hit, man. Leaning like a kickstand in poverty, I'm rich, man. Mobbing through the rich, man. Balling like a fist, man. White knuckle gripping, I'm holding to rigor mortis. One Western, you notice, there's no ulterior motives. Fully focused, fully goaded, with a notice, fireball. Get it cracking, love the host, the locusts, devour the POTUS. Not a head of state, is in the day to stay fucking with Moses. The people that were chosen, our conversation ain't probing. We was hoping for a miracle, they laid the books open. Now we dosing, no emotion. They be boasting, so we told for whatever threat they posing. IT, I'm writing coded. I'm Wolverine, they be loaded, they be roasted. I'm reloaded. It's a false paradise for me, but not my man Corbin. Hell is open, enlarging it like an ocean. Now it's overflowing, flooding with judgment, spitting her bubbles, they republics. But we the real Jews, they the copyright infringements. We the real niggas, they the copyright infringements. We the real wetbacks, they copyright infringements. Real savages, they the copyright infringements. Real Seminoles, they copyright infringements. Real West Indians, they copyright infringements. For real Puerto Ricans, they the copyright infringements. Real Nicaraguans, they the copyright infringements. Tucson, Nova, Tordo, they the copyright infringements. Colombia, Sonia, they the copyright infringements. True rulers out of Cuba, they the copyright infringements. We gon' form y'all child of up the copyright infringements. We gon' form y'all child of up the copyright infringements. We gon' form y'all child of up the copyright infringements. We gon' form y'all child of up the copyright infringements.
All right. Let that go. Sure. All right. 1 second. All right. Send it to you. So, Nia, can you pull that article up I sent on your phone? Yala, can you come off mute? Let's see how you.
Come on, can you hear me, sir?
Come, yeah. Sorry, Christ. Go ahead one more time.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just want to make. Can you hear me?
Yeah, come on, I can hear you. Salaki.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure the levels sound good up in the building. We got you on the speaker, so.
Okay, Most High Christ.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. A couple more things. I might have you pull up a few things, Karanyala, as we go. So, can you pull up internalized racism on Wikipedia and share it on the screen?
Tom will come.
The water. All right. Let's get it, everybody in the building. Let's go ahead. Clap it. I'm gonna stop sharing this screen. We'll say Shalom Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohanan. I'm Precinct Officer 5000, Kasar Pakad. This is a Thursday night scripture breakdown for ISUPK Northern California, ISUPK Bay Area, Oakland, Richmond, Sacramento, all over Northern California. If you're in the area, 2213 McDonald Avenue, come to the school, come to the building, tap in, lock in, learn the truth according to this Bible. Bring your questions, you understand, and dwell with your brothers in unity here in the UPK, man. The only home of the truth. ISUPK is the only home of the truth, and that is biblical. If you feel like you are the home of the truth, then you should make that statement and stand on it and defend it. We're going to defend it. You understand? All right. So let's go ahead first with some questions. You can hold that part real quick, Karan. You just put it down. I'll tell you when to pull it up. The water.
Come on, sir.
The water. Any questions in the room, online, go ahead and type them in the chat or go ahead in the room. Go ahead. You use the mic, Doc.
I got a question for you. Ezekiel chapter 1,
right,
5 through 7. It's the color scriptures about the four angels.
Right. All right.
Particularly the straight feet and the calf's foot, calf foot.
Right.
Yeah, what is that describing? What is that talking about? Straight feet, straight legs. Yeah, straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf foot.
Right. Let's go ahead and get it.
All right. There's a book of Ezekiel, chapter 1. You want to start at verse 5?
Yeah, start at verse 5.
Verse 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man.
Right. They had the likeness of a man, these 4 living creatures. They looked like a man, but also they had these different attributes. Keep going.
Verse 6. And everyone had 4 faces.
Right.
And everyone had 4 wings.
Right. So they had 4 faces. This side, that side, that side, that side. They had 4 different wings. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And their feet were straight feet.
Right.
And the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf foot.
Right.
And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
Right. So they had straight feet coming down, and the soles of their feet were like the color of burnished brass. This is one of the color scriptures that we teach, showing that the angels are also brown and black as well. When it comes to straight feet, it's just like straight feet like how we have. You know what I'm saying? But the soles of their feet were like a calf's foot. So this is just some wild creature. Like I said, like this image is something that is like, it's something that will put fear in you. To see something this great, like, man, what is this creature? You see what I'm saying? He has wings like a bird, but he got foot like a calf. He's got hands like a man when you read verse 8.
Verse 8. They had the hands of a man under their wings.
Right.
On their 4 sides. And they 4 had their faces and their wings.
Right.
Verse 9. Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went.
Right.
They went every one straight forward.
Right. So when they move, it's like they moving like this. Like it's not like they turning and moving. It's just like straight forward when they moving. Keep going.
Verse 10. As for the likeness of their faces, they 4 had the face of a man.
Right.
And the face of a lion.
Right.
On the right side.
Right.
And they 4 had the face of an ox on the left side.
Right.
They 4 also had the face of an eagle.
Right. So all these different faces, and that's what I'm saying. It's like a mix of characters of this creature. It's part this, part that, part this, and part that. And it's just like some, I don't know, it will put fear in any man to see this. You understand? But the keyness of it is the burner's brass is consistent when it talks about Christ, when it talks about the Most High. All of them angels are still black. You know what I'm saying? Like that leg, that foot, the hands is the hands of a man, the face of a man is like burner's brass. They're brown skin. You understand? All right. Any other questions? Go ahead, young man.
I was wondering recently why it seems like we are not. It seems like I only hear people say Black and Latino now, and they don't really say Native American anymore.
Okay.
Like when they are referring to who the 12 tribes are and who the Israelites are.
Right. I don't think it's any specific thing. Sometimes when you're talking about a specific situation, you might be talking to Black and brown, Black and Latinos. Latinos are Native Americans. You understand? Like Native Americans and Latinos are the same people. We're talking about two, really, the so-called Northern Kingdom and the so-called Southern Kingdom coming together is two sticks. It's always been two. That two sticks is so-called Negroes or Blacks, you know what I'm saying, from the Caribbean, because we usually don't say West Indian, but West Indians and Levites are included in that, the Southern Kingdom, you understand? And the Northern Kingdom is Native Americans, the indigenous people of the lands of North, Central, South America. Those are the people that we're talking about. So Blacks and Latinos is the majority of the different tribes will consider themselves Latinos, but we're still always going to say Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Sometimes we'll say Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and West Indians of North, Central, and South America. But if we're talking about Black and brown coming together, oftentimes you hear brothers just saying Blacks and Latinos or Blacks and Hispanics. But it's no, agenda to forget the Native Americans. That is Native Americans. It wouldn't be a Latino if it wasn't for Native Americans. The reason why we include Latinos is because of the Native American in them. You understand? To what? All right. No sweat. But that because you read that on that card, that was really just wasn't enough room to type it. I made the card. You know what I'm saying? Like to fit all that on there, we're giving out these cards to Latino brothers. Native Americans don't have an issue with migration right now. The so-called Latino brothers do. And so in order to get all of that on the card, we boiled it down to Blacks and Latinos on there. Yeah. So it ain't no grand scheme to cut out our Gadite brothers, our Reubenite brothers, man. Latinos are Native American. They are the indigenous of this land. And that's why some sister asked that question earlier, like, how do we know that Latinos are our brothers? That's where people get that confusion. I remember one of the brothers did tell me that. He's like, when you really think about it, we're only trying to bring two different groups together, Blacks and Native Americans. You understand? And when you go back and look in old school One West videos, we would say that too. Blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos of Native American descent. Like, that's what it really is. You know what I mean? The Aztec, the Incans, the Mayans. All right. Any other questions? Go ahead, Doc.
Sir.
Yeah.
Quick question, sir. So, speaking to a couple of people in the world, including my family members, I always like to open up with the stance that here in ISUPK, we are supporting our Hispanic, Latino brothers and sisters. And excuse me, I get a lot of pushback from Judites that they don't like us, they don't mess with us, they
Right.
don't cool with us. And my question is, sir, where can I find in the Bible where it talks about the northern Israel and southern Israel having disputes and being separated back in the biblical days, sir? So that I'll excuse me, so that way I can always reference to that, because I'm pretty much like trying to wing it and just
Okay.
kind of sir.
All right. You want to see where it alludes to the fact that we had conflict with each other?
Kind of, sir. So that way I can actually reference to that, because they're always pushing back saying, well, our Latino brothers, they don't mess with us. They hate us. They don't want to be a part of us.
Right.
They use that as an excuse so that way they can keep the division between us. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I want something concrete where I can go straight to, that I can just cut them with, sir. We
can do both. We can do Isaiah 11 and 13. We can do both in one precept, right? The thing is, it's a very interesting thing when our people say things like this, right? Like they say, it's very interesting when people say Latinos don't mess with black people. It's the same thing I said in the interview. Black people don't mess with black people. Black people have killed way more black people than Latinos have. Am I making that up, or is that something that am I losing my mind? Am I tripping, Karanyala?
No, you on point, sir. That's facts.
In your community, in your hood growing up, who killed black people more? Was it Latinos or was it black people?
Black people.
And we all black. So for the
so-called Judites, sir.
Yeah, so-called Judites killed more Judites. And Chicago was the murder capital of the country for how many years? They called it Chirac.
Right.
Was it Latinos killing niggas there, or was it niggas killing niggas there? It was Judites killing Judites in Chicago,
right?
In Harlem, right? In Miami, right? In New Orleans. They didn't even know Latinos really in New Orleans like that. They was the murder capital too. So just even that concept alone, and that's perfect on topic tonight, because we have internalized racism. The question, the class title is, why do you hate yourself? Like, they are quick to point out that Latinos don't love black people, don't realize black people don't love black people. So why don't we ever question how much hate we have within the Judite community or the so-called black community, right? Well, let's go ahead with that precept.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
Right. Hold on. Let's go up a little bit. Let's go to verse 12. Wawa Kasha.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 12.
Right.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nation.
Right.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
Right. The Lord Christ, our King Christ, is going to come. The Lord's going to send him to set up an ensign. What's an ensign? Like a flag. Like, this is going to be a flag for us to come underneath, one banner, and realize that we are coming together. We holding up this flag and saying, for the outcasts of Israel, these so-called brothers from the northern kingdom, to come home, to assemble them, to bring them together. Keep going.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah.
Right, all the so-called Judites, which includes the Benjamites, the Levites, right? Because we know Benjamin and Levi dwelt in Judah. So once again, it's like you don't have to include or say the tribes of Benjamin and Levi because they were viewed as Judah at this time. And it's kind of the same way where we're not saying, sometimes we might just say blacks and Latinos, sometimes we just say blacks and Native Americans. It incorporates all of those things because that's the so-called Northern Kingdom and the so-called Southern Kingdom, right? The dispersed of Judah from where?
from the four corners of the earth.
Right, keep going. Verse 13.
Verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
Read a little bit louder.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
That's right.
And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Right. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart. So Ephraim was considered the head tribe of the northern war with us, with I don't even say us, but when they were going to war with their brothers, they chose Ephraim to be the head tribe of the northern kingdom. And it's saying it's not going to envy or be antagonistic against the southern kingdom, right? The Judites, right? Keep going.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Right.
14.
Right. So once again, so this is showing the conflict that was between these two factions of our people when we had a civil war. But that's what I'm saying. It not only talks about the beef in this precept, it also talks about the end of this beef. And this is the end of this beef. And so what I would tell the brothers and sisters that bring this up is that we are living this precept right here. Go ahead, correct. Hold on one second. Hold your peace real quick. I see, we are living this precept right here, where you are telling me that Latinos don't rock with black people, but in the UPK we do rock together. We are brothers, and the difference between us and people in the world is that we learned the laws of God, we learned our culture, and we learned that the white man is the devil.
That's right.
The reason why we don't love each other is the same reason why Judites don't love each other.
That's
the same
right.
reason why Jamaicans don't love each other. Jamaica has one of the highest murder rates in the world.
Right.
You say Chicago is in the country, but Jamaica is in the world. They're killing each other left and right on that island. So all of this nonsense about us not liking them not liking us, Mexicans kill Mexicans way more than any other group of people that kill Mexicans. Right? And so we got to look at ourselves and see why we always want to shift the blame, why we want to focus on this minor incident. Oh, this Issacharite don't want me to date his daughter. This Judite didn't kill your daughter.
Right.
How many brothers have a cousin or a sister or a daughter that's gotten killed by another black man? You understand? But we don't want to look at it that way because we have been taught to have self-hatred for our tribes.
Right.
And it's just another trick that the oppressor done. Go ahead, Karayala. Slack it.
And too, I wore polite if I could too. That ensign or that flag is sitting right behind Kassar Pakai's head.
Damn
That's
right.
the flag. You understand? It's sitting right behind my head. The proof that you can show people in the world, oh, Latinos hate blacks and all of that. Give somebody a link to Cross the Line podcast, and you're gonna see Ephraim and Judah right there loving each other.
Damn
You
right.
understand?
Yeah.
Damn right, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at us just going to Southern California. You got brothers like Lahab, Ashkawar, Malakma, you understand? Nakawan, all of these Issacharite brothers that drove a couple hours to go kick it with a whole bunch of so-called niggas. You understand? In brotherhood. You understand? We ate together, we drunk together, we cracked jokes. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the trauma in the black community as well as the Latino community, and we all dwell amongst each other and labor amongst each other to show other blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that's not in here that it is possible for us to come back as a people. But Salaki, sir, that's all I want to say.
No, most sign cry. Let's brother and again. And what the brothers bringing out is so heavy. And once again, not only do we end the beef between these different tribes, we end the beef between internal in our own tribes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We got brothers that was part of Crips. We got brothers that was part of Bloods, GDs, Vice Lords, East Coast, West Coast, North, down South. Literally everything it says in the Willie Lynch paper, they want to put on our community to have us fighting each other.
Right.
And they said the key thing they always forget or people forget to say in the Willie Lynch paper, it says they want us to fight each other and love him. love the slave master. We spend so much time fighting each other. We think the only good people on earth is your white Jesus and your white friend and your white, boss, whoever you work with, because they're so friendly and kind. But really, they're the ones doing all the evil to us. That's another thing about Satan. It's like he wants you to see all the things that you are victim to, and you be the blame of yourself. Like you blame yourself for your problems. That's gonna go straight into tonight's topic. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna give a quick background. If you can pull the internalized racism up right now.
Come on.
We've all seen. Who here has seen the black doll versus the white doll? I know Karan, y'all have seen it. Everybody's seen that. You know what I'm saying? I watched it recently again, and it showed in modern times, even after Barack Obama, not 10 to 15 years ago, little kids were still picking that white doll. No. Yeah, probably. All right. Let's close that door just a little bit. We're not gonna have a guard on the door. Let's close it a little bit. But the water. Long story short, so kids to this day will still choose that white doll because they are picking up on cues from society saying that this is the better way to look. This is the better way to live. This is the better. Everything is white. What is white is right, and what is black is wrong and evil. You understand? So we have to train our children to not glorify that white doll. And it's not about colorism just because the doll is white, but the kid may not get those concepts. But in order to fix that, you got to tell them, hey, this doll is the bad doll. This doll is the evil doll. This doll is the one that is dumb, in order to strengthen up their spirit, because without that, they're going to develop this, what we're reading on here. So can you go ahead and read what you see, Karan Yala?
Come on, sir. You want me to read the whole thing?
Nah, let's see. Is there any part where it says unconscious acceptance? Says it on there.
I probably could just read the whole first two paragraphs, and that probably will just sum it up. Okay, come on. Internalized racism is a form of internalized oppression. Excuse me. Defined by.
Slow it down right there.
Come on, sir.
Nice. That sounds crazy to me, Hakim. Internalized what?
Internalized racism is a form of internalized oppression.
Good night. I almost want to click into that because I see it's another link on that to go in there. I'm gonna hold you there. I'm gonna look it up myself. I'm gonna click into it. In social justice theory, internalized oppression is the resignation by members of an oppressed group to the methods of an oppressing group and the incorporation of its message against their own best interests. What does that mean? Anybody?
Salaki, sir, can you read that one more time?
No sweat. Internalized oppression is the resignation by members of an oppressed group to the methods of an oppressing group and their incorporation of its message against their own best interests.
Damn.
I'll read a little bit further. It defines, it might give it away. Somebody go ahead and tell me.
So, if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
So, basically, this is kind of reminds me, and Slocky, if I'm wrong, but this kind of reminds me of what I was facing before I came into the ISUPK, and I was humbly given information. That's sort of kind of like what I was going through. Since all the oppression and all I hear about Black people is negative things, I start looking at myself in a negative way.
Right.
There were some times that I would just look up at the sky and I would just say to Yahweh, why'd you make me Black?
Damn.
All things, why'd you make me Black? Damn. People hate Black people. You understand? And you made me black. Like I've been through enough in my life, and I'm black.
Right.
You know, I need to fully embrace
Right.
My blackness and how blessed I truly am.
Right.
And so I say that to say this: when I would see another brother, I was always on. You know, it's like I heard before, and this is so true. We could be in a neighborhood, we all in the hood, and a white man can come walking down the street.
No
We
problem.
don't look at the white man and be like, "Oh, look, dude, he don't know where he at." But we ain't doing nothing to him. We ain't saying nothing to him. We ain't stepping to him.
Right.
We minding our own business.
Right.
But let it be another Judah. Let
You
it
see
be
him?
another black man walking through our neighborhood. We gonna raise up. Like, hey,
Right.
where you from? What you doing over here, man? You know where you at?
Right. Get that brother a hand. You understand? And get that brother a hand for being open and explaining the things that a lot of people go through and feel, but will be too ashamed to admit. Because a lot of times we've had these thoughts ourselves. I wonder, like, you know what I mean? Why am I in this situation? Why are people like this? Like, I don't want to be associated with that. Go ahead, Karanyala.
So, like, sir, so is internalized oppression basically, how can I put this? Is it when we accept it and blame ourselves for it?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. Give him a hand again. You know what I'm saying? Brother on it. So it's like when it says the resignation by members, like when you resign, you give up. You give up and accept the oppression of an oppressed group to the methods of an oppression group. They just say accept it. This is the reality. And the incorporation of his message against their own best interest. So we start believing this and we start accepting it and internalizing it. So what's an example of that? You know what the oppressor called us in slavery? Lazy, shiftless. So what do we say? And niggas is lazy, man. Niggas don't want to work. Niggas don't want to take care of their kids. Niggas don't do nothing for their family. You saying that. You accept what they told you about yourself and you internalize it. And now you're going to continue to oppress your own people. You're going to oppress yourself from within, right? Go ahead. Let's keep going.
Salaki, sir, just like a quick saying that's like widely known in the black community is niggas ain't shit. Excuse my French.
Right. Exactly. That's women say it, brothers say it.
Right.
I mean, how many songs I know I can pull them on YouTube where it became a cool, like we be like, that's a bar. Kanye West was like, nigga, I hate niggas. I'm a Nazi. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brothers say song, I hate niggas. I'm in the KKK. Hey, that nigga spitting.
Right.
He dropping it heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Niggas in there snapping in their spirit. Like, nigga, this shit is fire. Nigga, no, it's not.
Right.
That's crazy. Asians would never do that. Who are some enemies to the Asians, even the Chinese and the Japanese funk with each other? You would never hear a Chinese person say, I hate Chinese people. I'm Japanese. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the Ukrainians. I hate Ukrainians. I'm a Russian. Bars, nigga.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Bon DeMarco. Nigga, this nigga is spitting. Like, no.
Right.
We're the only people. And you know how, you know it's true? Karanyala was there. We was going on interviews. Not as I've asked people, what's your least favorite race? What brothers and sisters saying? You remember?
You said what was brothers and sisters saying?
Yeah, what was one thing they were saying?
That it varied, but
it varied, but a few surprisingly were saying their least favorite race was black people.
It hurts to admit it, sir. Salaki.
And this is the reality we living in.
Right.
You understand? That's them saying it is one thing. That brother in Chicago is acting it out.
Right.
He's living it. They kind of joking a little bit and, you know, being funny, but they serious. But to actually go and kill niggas is really that's internalized racism. So let's go ahead a little bit more on this definition.
Come on, sir.
Nice. Yep.
You want me to continue reading?
Yeah, continue reading, Barbara Shop.
Come on, sir. Internalized racism is a form of internalized oppression defined by sociologist Karen D. Pike as the internalization of racial oppression by the racially subordinated. Right. Salaki.
Now skip a little bit over to conscious and unconscious.
Okay, sir. Nicole Johnson emphasizes that internalized racism involves both conscious and unconscious acceptance of a racial hierarchy in which, Salaki, sir, go ahead.
Go ahead, keep going.
Come on. In which a presumed superior race are consistently ranked above other races.
So what is that saying? You accept unconscious and consciously. So at first, a lot of it is unconscious. You don't really even know that you think that white people are better than you.
Right.
And then on top of that, you actually think white people are better than us. You accept the hierarchy that they told you. White people at the top, black people at the bottom. I'm black. I'm at the bottom. My people at the bottom. Keep going. Let's see. Let's keep going a little bit.
Come on. These definitions encompass a wide range of instances, including, but not limited to, belief in negative stereotypes, adaptations to cultural standards, and thinking that supports the status quo, denying that racism exists.
In other words, so it says, so you have belief in negative stereotypes. Women is this, niggas is that. We steal, we cheat, we kill each other. So when you see another black man, the first thing you think is, nah, you don't see that's my brother. This brother might try to kill me first. That's what white people see when they see you.
Right.
Oh, they lock the car door. You lock the car door when you see a nigga coming across the street. Right. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You grab your purse. Grandma gonna grab her purse when she see another black man. Like, you believe these things, right? And then adaptations to cultural standards. So if the society says you need to be like this, you're gonna have to talk like this. You're gonna have to walk like that. You're gonna have to say this holiday is what I celebrate. Thinking that supports the status quo. So denying that racism exists altogether. That's what we're hearing a lot nowadays too. These Donald Trump supporters. Ain't no racism. Why we keep bringing up the white man oppressing you? Stop blaming the white man. When we gonna stop blaming the white man? Start blaming ourselves. They telling you right here, you crazy to believe that don't exist. Racism exists so much, you racist against yourself, nigga. That's how deep it is. They didn't convince you it don't exist, which is racist in itself. That's crazy. What do they tell you? The devil is a what? The devil is a lie. So they said another thing. They said in one of the movies, it said the coldest trick the devil ever played was to convince the world that he doesn't exist. The coldest thing that white supremacy could do is tell you that it doesn't even exist. Racism don't even exist. We all equal. The reason why you're poor is not because I'm putting my foot on your neck. It's because you lazy.
Right.
The reason why you live in the ghetto is because you don't work hard. Latino man. I don't work hard. I stand in front of Home Depot. I got 4 or 5 different jobs. I get up at 4 in the morning. How the hell is the reason why I'm poor is because I'm lazy? This is crazy. But once again, these are the lies that they teach us. All right. Let's get the precept. First precept. Give me Ephesians chapter 5, verse 29. I got a couple more definitions. Y'all can write them in your notes and then go and look into them later on. But that's going to set the tone, these definitions, and then we're going to move through these precepts. And I got a lot of little things to play on here as well. And matter of fact, let me see. Karan Yala, you have that article I sent you earlier as well?
Sir. I'm gonna try to pull it up now, sir.
Okay, no sweat. Let's see what you got when you got it. You need a real sword, young man? Got one up here. It's always it's good. This is a big one too. Got big letters, man. You know what I mean? You underboy, no sweat. All right, let's get it, Akim.
This book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 29.
Right.
For no man ever yet hated his own flesh.
One more time, Mike.
For no man ever yet hated his own flesh.
I love when they have those memes on Facebook. They'll be like, no one ever. And then they show somebody doing some wild stuff like, bro, no one ever would have done this before, but you out here doing it. Like, we couldn't even believe somebody would do something so wild. Now you actually doing it. Like, this doesn't even make sense for someone to hate their own flesh. Like, no one ever did this. Read it again.
Verse 29. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh.
Right.
But nourished it.
Right.
And cherished it.
Right.
Even as the Lord, the church.
Right. So us being one body, we have to treat each other a certain way, the same way the Lord treats us being in the truth, following him. That's the spirit you're supposed to have. But in this context, it's like, man, we are the people that hate our own flesh. We not only hate our family, our brothers, our sisters, our nation of people, which actually makes you hate your own flesh, which is why you're going to get high on drugs, which is why you're going to try to kill your brother, which is why you're willing to stomp somebody out because they stepped on your boot, on your shoe. Ready to kill somebody over somebody staring at you. That's a result of internalized racism. Everything you hate about yourself, everything you hate about your people, when you see this nigga looking at you, you like, what this nigga looking at? Man, I hate niggas, bro. These niggas I can't stand niggas, bro. Everywhere I go, these niggas doing this, these cats doing that. The fuck is this nigga looking at, man? I'll knock him down right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this sister saying to me, man? You calling me out about my name? Yeah, I'll stomp her out. You know what I mean? Go get your brother. Go get your cousin. Right? But white man, how you doing? Whole energy, everything changed. You see what I'm saying? Like, none of that energy for them. Because they put it so deep into your mind, into your psychology. This is what we become. All right. Let's go. Let's see. I'm gonna give these definitions real quick. We're gonna read in this article a little bit. We're gonna skim through it. It's a lot in here, but I just want to get to some key points. So one thing as well, one reason why this system is able to stay up is something called individualism. Individualism is as American as apple pie. When you fall into individualism, it's an ideology which promotes realizing one's goals and realizing and valuing independence and self-reliance. Interests of the individual should gain precedence over the state or social group, right? So the opposite of individualism is collectivism. Collectivism in social behavior is guided largely by goals that are shaped by a collective, such as a family, a tribe, a work group, or political or religious association. Interdependence and group solidarity are valued. So instead of being independent, I'm gonna do it by myself. What people say, I'm doing me, is now I'm not independent. I need you and you need me, and we gotta work together. This is what the UPK is about. We're not independent. If you about to get evicted, we about to get evicted. We're gonna make a way so that you can have a home. Because if I help you make sure you have a home, guess what? If I'm about to lose my home, you're gonna help me make sure I keep my home. And if we both about to lose our home, we're gonna go stay with this brother. But we never not gonna have something because we work together. This is how nations and tribes survive. But America teaches you that's your problem. If you are going through something, you're going through it. I'm not going through it. All right. let's see. And then the last definition is called meritocracy. You hear a lot of Republicans, a lot of them talk about this. This is when they beefing with this DEI, saying, oh, you're trying to give someone a one-up because of the oppression on that group, so you're going to help them out. They say, nah, it should be a meritocracy, meaning the merit of work that you do is why you should get a position, right? So meritocracy, government or holding of power by people selected on the basis of their ability, ruling class of educated or skilled people. Power is vested in individual people based on ability and talent and advancement, based on performance measured through examination and demonstrated by achievement. Meritocracy is supposed to go against nepotism or hereditary aristocracy, meaning like you shouldn't be able to be in charge just because you're related to somebody. You shouldn't be able to have power in this corporation if you didn't work for it. So they're telling you America is about being an individual and giving credit to people that work hard to get there. But those are the biggest lies that your oppressor ever tells you. All right. So let's go back to this. Matter of fact, give me Psalms 34 and 17. Keep the start at verse start at verse 15.
God. This book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 15. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous.
Right.
And his ears are open unto their cry.
Right. The Lord's eyes are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. This is what we have been doing out here in the UPK. And the Lord's eyes are open to see what we're doing. And here's our cry. We saying, man, black people got to come back together. We got to realize who your oppressor is. We got to stop hating ourselves. We got to start loving ourselves and loving who we are. This is how we fix the problem. But we don't realize it's so much a part of us. We think it's just a reality. So one thing I'll say, now let's go ahead and read. Let's go read. Right, y'all. If you got anything, I'll go ahead. And if you got any precepts you want to pull, you're welcome to pull in them at any time.
Okay, Con, sir. What I wanted to say too, the article that you sent to me, it ain't even really that long, sir. We damn near can read the whole thing.
Okay. Most High in Christ. We might skip this a little bit at certain points.
Okay.
They might say something twice. I'm gonna go with you as it goes. It's a little bit small on this screen, but I'm gonna follow it along with you here.
Okay, Con.
All right.
Let me know when you're ready, sir.
Go ahead.
Con. Normalizing internalized racism, a black psychoanalytic perspective.
Right. We're gonna look at this from a psychological level. What's behind the mentality of a nigga thinking that they hate niggas? What is that about? Let's go.
Con. Internalized racism represents a significant psychological burden within marginalized communities, particularly among black individuals.
Right. Even that alone, they kind of put it for all people. Really, it's blacks and Latinos, Native Americans, man.
Right.
We are the group that really have this levels of self-hatred. Keep going.
Con. This phenomenon involves the internalization of negative stereotypes and attitudes about one's racial identity, leading to detrimental effects on self-esteem,
right,
mental health, and community cohesion.
Right. Now, somebody give me Matthew 22 and 36, I believe. Let's go. This is the reason why I came to this conclusion of this class, why I think it's so important. 20 and 30. Let me see what I want. Hold on. What I want. 23. Okay, 22 and 36. Yeah. This is the reason why this class is important. Go ahead.
This is book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 26.
36.
36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? 37. Yahweh said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God, thy power, with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind.
Right, and that's another cut for those that talk about in Ephesians that say, servants, obey your masters. Your masters were your teacher. Right. If you know about karate, when they say, oh, master sensei, it's the same thing in the Bible. We ain't talking about no slave master. Your master was your brother, the one that's teaching you, or Adawan. It's the same thing, right? It's a show of a respect for a brother, or honoring and being kind to someone that's leading and teaching you, right? But he's saying, what's the greatest commandments? Christ said the greatest commandment is to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. Read verse 38.
Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment.
Right.
39. And the second is like unto it.
Right.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
This is just like loving the Lord. We know this precept. How can you say you love God and you hate your brother?
Right.
You can't love the Lord who you haven't seen, paraphrasing, and hate the brother who you have seen. That's Christianity. You're going to step over the brother outside of the church asking for $5 and go in the church and talk about hallelujah, praise Jesus. You understand? When Jesus is like, help that nigga.
Right.
Now, I hate niggas. You know what I'm saying? I love Jesus, but I hate niggas. You understand? Right. All right. So keep going.
Verse 40.
No, read 39 again.
Verse 39. And the second is like unto it.
Right.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Right.
As thyself.
As thy what?
As thyself.
Now, somebody bring it together. Why is this class the topic? Why is internalized racism important in this precept? Go ahead.
Brother, like a weapon, sir.
Okay, he went to the default. That's always right. You can never go wrong with that one. The white man is the devil and follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Those are about the 3 UBK default answers. You probably never be wrong. But we explain a little bit more. Anybody else want to take a shot at it? Go ahead.
So I can sir, if I may, is it because if you can learn to love yourself, you will love your brother as you love yourself, sir?
Damn right. And if you can't love yourself, then you can't love your brother. It's just that simple. And if you can't love yourself, you can't love your brother, and you can't love. Go ahead.
The Most High, sir.
There you go. Brother man, you can't love God. So we got to get to the root of this and unravel this of how deep the self-hatred is within us. So for one, we don't definitely want to bring any of this into the truth. We got to cleanse and wash all of this. They spent your whole life trying to get you to hate niggas.
Right.
If you don't be careful, you'll come into the school and you will hate niggas subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? You got to wash that off, right? And then once we do that, we can go and teach other brothers and help fix them. Because like the brother Awar was saying, he remembers thinking like this. So now when you see another brother going through this, you don't want to look at him like an enemy per se, but like a victim. Like it should almost bring your zeal up even more against your oppressor. Like this, I gotta have this argument. Like we were never supposed to have a breakdown for Christ being black and the Jews being black. The only reason why we had this breakdown is because they covered up the faces of the judges thereof and turned the people in the Bible white. They didn't have this breakdown back then. The same thing. We didn't have to have a breakdown of loving each other as far as our race until they made us hate it ourselves. All right. Well, let's go back to the article. Babu Kashan.
Come on, sir. Salakia. To understand and address internalized racism, a black psychoanalytic perspective offers critical insights that illuminate the psychological mechanisms at play and propose pathways for healing.
Right. So they're going to give you some ways to get this off of you, right? Keep going.
Come on. Understanding internalized racism. Internalized racism occurs when individuals adopt the prejudices and stereotypes perpetuated by the dominant society against their own racial group.
So when I say that song, it ain't deep, then when niggas say I hate niggas like a Nazi, it actually is deep. It's deep the fact that somebody can know how they feel so much to realize that they really do feel like what this thing is saying right here. Like to actually vocalize it and say, you know what? I'm maybe just trying to make a bar and sound creative, but it's telling you I literally have prejudice against black people. I'm literally stereotyping black people. I literally feel like a KKK member feels when they see you is the same way I feel when I see you. Keep going.
Come. This can manifest as self-hatred,
right?
Feelings of inferiority, and a desire to distance oneself from one's cultural identity.
Good night. So we got it on all angles, all facets. One person self-hatred, he gonna gangbang. He gonna try to kill these niggas. Another person that see all the gangbanging gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna get out of the cut. I'm gonna start talking like this. I'm gonna go to Harvard, and I ain't never coming back to the black community. And these niggas have lost their mind. I said it. I put an ER on mine. I'm not a nigga. You guys are niggers. I hate niggers. Like nigga. Do you see yourself? They're like, yeah, I'm gonna change that too. Let me go get a surgery, change my nose. Let me get my hair straightened, and let me put something up my stand up a little bit straighter. You understand? Like you're gonna go through everything to distance yourself, to not be black, Sammy Sosa, to not be black, Lil Kim, to not be black, Serena Williams, to not be black, Michael Jackson.
Right.
You're gonna do any and everything, almost kill yourself.
Right.
In order to change how you look because you hate yourself.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
And if I could too, sir, just to add to your point, another thing that brothers do in the black community, and it's just so disgusting, we figure when we go get a white woman, that makes us that gives us a sense of pride and not having to deal with a sister because you got a white woman, and that's looked at as a prize in the black community for niggas that hate themselves. So like,
damn right. You know what? To add on to that is another thing. Some dude was trying to drop and give me some jewels and some bars or whatever. I'm thinking it's heavy. Like I was in the world. I had my black girlfriend. I went around Edomites that I had that was friends, right? And they making little slick jokes. Like, you know, it's like 3 different couples, me and 2 more white couples. You know what I'm saying? They kind of making little racist jokes. And I'm like, the thing that he told me before, he was like, the reason why niggas that's famous and got money get that white woman, because they want to be the only nigga there. Meaning, like, if you're going to be making this joke, it ain't going to be about both of us. It takes away from you to even talk mess about my people when it's really just all y'all people and it's just me. So now they're going to have to single you out, or I can save face and feel more of like a man, because if you're going to make a joke about me, at least I got this white bra right here.
Right.
So what they're going to say about that? They get so twisted in their mentality. Like I said, it's on a subconscious level. They think that they doing something against them to fight back because they make you feel like garbage being around them. They kill your manhood. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going, Noah.
Khan. The consequence,
right? This is very important right here.
Khan, sir. The consequences are profound.
Say that one more time.
The consequences are profound.
Now, I gotta look up that word. I know what it means, but I don't know what it means. What the hell does profound mean? Profound means very great or intense, having or showing great knowledge or insight. Another word is extreme. The consequences are extreme. Something like this is extreme. to go through. All right, go ahead.
Khan. Affecting personal relationships,
Damn.
career opportunities,
Right.
and mental health outcomes.
Good night. Keep going.
According to a study by Brown et al. In 2017,
They say 1917, not
2017,
1817.
2017, sir.
Okay, not too long ago. Keep going.
Khan. Internalized racism is linked to increased levels of depression and anxiety amongst Black individuals.
Damn. So you gotta take Xans, you gotta take Percocets.
Come on,
you
man.
Gotta take Molly. You gotta make a song about it and make it seem cool.
Right.
Molly Percocets. Molly, what you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you are a racist.
Right.
Against yourself. I don't even know, like, I've been in the truth for a minute. It's almost even hard to understand. Let's try to wrap my mind around it, that you could literally hate yourself and hate your people. It's almost like I didn't forgot a little bit. But this is really the experience of other niggas, and they gotta take drugs. Go ahead, Koyala.
If I could, sir, I just want to clap it up for you and commend you. You know what I'm saying, for the
Lord
long
Christ.
interview, right?
That ain't for me, man. That's the
no, Most High in Christ, you understand?
But
you and Captain Quam, y'all attacked the subject so surgical, and how you just said, like, you so far removed from being in the world, subconsciously, you understand, and consciously, you a priest and prophet of the Lord. So you understand that the brother that's interviewing you has all of these problems that we're reading about right now. Like when it said, Salaki, let me quote that one more time. It says internalized racism is linked to increased levels of depression and anxiety among Black individuals. Like you and Cap literally sat in front of a brother that is a victim of internalized racism, you understand? And this brother was depressed. First of all, you know what I'm saying? When we dealing with these type of brothers and sisters that's in the world, you understand? I'm just going to speak about the interview briefly. I've never seen that brother chain smoke so many cigarettes in an interview at all like that. Never. You understand? But just the indulging in controlled substances that often, you understand, as most individuals do. I don't want to single out the brother, you understand? But
right.
We're like, we literally have these people in our society, you understand, as Blacks and Latinos, and in our families, you understand, that never heard of internalized racism, so they can't even fathom why they take all of these drugs. They can't even fathom why they you know, choose to self-medicate, you understand? And this article and this topic, you understand, as far as the article and the topic of the class, is literally the reason why Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians cannot get off controlled substances. But Salaki, sir, that's all I want to say on that one.
Man, Most High in Christ. And now, if we skipping ahead a little bit, what the brother is bringing out so heavy, and you know me, I always reverse things, right? If he's saying the reason why we can't get off of controlled substances is because of this, I'm just going to say it. The UPK, the reason why we can is because of this. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. Maybe it's the opposite. Like, because we hold the white man accountable is the reason why you can stop using drugs.
Right.
He can convince you the problem. You hate being Black. You think you are the worst in the scum of the earth. So you got to get high because every time you look in the mirror, you are the scum of the earth. But then if you say, nah, brother, you are an Israelite. You are the Lord's chosen people. God loves you more than any other nation on the earth, above all people.
That's right.
They are but a drop of the bucket. Christ died for you. Then you start to say, then you say the white man is the devil. You're like, damn, I don't hate me. I I hate them.
Right.
They want me to get high. If I really hate them, I'm gonna stop.
That's
you
right.
get the strength, you get the courage, you get the love for your people that you've been missing your whole life because nobody loves you like your people.
That's
Where
right.
are you gonna get the love at too? That's the missing part. Love your brother as you love yourself. Where is the black man getting the love at then? Because white folks ain't giving it to you.
Right.
Asians ain't giving it to you.
Right.
The only place you were supposed to get love at was from us, and you hate us, and us hate you. So you only thing I love, niggas say I'm in love with the syrup. Niggas making love songs about syrup. Huh?
Yeah.
Why? The song is fire. Salaki. The song is jamming. That's another thing about Israelites.
Right.
We can make oppression and things that are sad sound amazing. Go ahead, Iwar. Let's be brief. For time's sake, Bible shop.
Salaki, sir. You know, just to piggyback off what you said, I heard somebody say that black people are the only people on the face of this earth that can make poor look so cool.
I saw that recently. Yeah.
Sir. Salaki, if I may. So something I came up again, and it's almost a deterrent, but family members, especially family members and friends, I've tried to get them to listen to the UPK broadcast and stuff like that.
Right.
And I've talked to them, and you know, my sister said this to me yesterday because I asked her, I did the Sabbath service, and I sent it to her, and I'm like, did you get a chance to watch it? She's
Right.
like, nah. And I'm like, you know, like, did you see that I was on there? She's like, nah, I didn't even look. I'm like, I sent it to you. She's like, yeah, but you know, when you send me that stuff, I ain't trying to listen to that because you know, and a lot of people say that they like, y'all racist, y'all extremists, y'all, you know, it pisses me off because it's like you don't understand what we're saying. You can't see the similarities of what we're talking about.
Right.
With the issues that you're facing right now.
Right.
You can't see that. The only thing you can see is us. So how do you feel about the KKK? How do you feel about the police that are killing us?
They never done
You
nothing to
know
me.
anything about that, but you don't see us brothers
Yeah.
that's taking control of our lives.
Right.
That's no longer participating in the world of things.
Right.
Such as selling drugs, flipping hoes, killing each other,
Right.
and taking drugs.
Right.
And you want to get mad at us because we're saying the white man is the devil.
Right.
The white man is the father of all lies and no truth.
Man, get that brother hand. Like now, there's a very quick, easy answer. I'm asking the young man right here. Why does his sister feel like that? You can only be one answer. Well, unless you go to the defaults, but on topic.
Salaki, sir, what was the question?
Why is his sister, when he's showing her these tapes, she don't want to watch it? Why doesn't she want to watch it?
All internalized racism.
There you go. Get your brother in. He hates black people. She's not gonna tell you that. You grew up around her, right? You felt like that. What makes you don't think she don't feel like that? When you start bringing these things up, she gonna hate us even more. Look at these niggas think they smart. Why don't these niggas go get a job? Why don't you start a business? Why are you always talking about this stuff right here? Why don't you do that? You understand? Like, she gonna blame you again and never hold the oppressor accountable. This is how good he is. He can turn your people against yourself and in turn. So it's like, even that, like, I could understand it if she hated us, but the deeper level is she hates herself.
Right.
That's the most evil and wickedest thing. Let's keep going for time's sake, though. We're gonna keep trying to push through. We already 8:30, man. Time be flying.
Come on, sir. Historical context. The root of internalized racism can be traced back to historical trauma, including slavery, segregation, and systemic discrimination. The impact of these experiences is not only historical, but also psychological, shaping identity and self-perception across generation.
Right. So it said the roots of it come from historical trauma, slavery, segregation, systemic discrimination, And so this has changed the way we think, not only currently and then across generations. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Frantz Fanon,
Right. We're going to skip for time's sake. It just says, that it caused you to feel inferior in oppressed groups, being oppressed, right? Let's go to experience about. We skip to the role of the mirror. Let's do that.
Come on. The role of the mirror. The concept of the mirror is central to understanding identity formation. According to Lacanian theory, individuals develop their sense of self through reflections from others.
Damn.
Salakia.
You want to? You want to? What you got to say? Huh?
Salakia, sir. It says individuals develop their sense of self through reflections from others.
Right.
This is what I take from it, sir.
Okay.
Those black exploitation films that they gave us in the 70s turned us into drug dealers in the 80s and 90s.
Exactly.
It turned us to pimps and prostitutes and just vile beast of a people because they gave us an image of black people. They basically trained you to be how white people wanted you to be because this is how white people are and this is how they keep us their slaves.
Good night, man. That brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I say the brothers in the UPK are the most intelligent brothers on planet Earth. I don't give a damn if you've been to Harvard. I've been around these niggas. They are ignorant as hell because they really don't understand these things. Even the person writing this thing is gonna say God love everybody. You're going too far. You said a white man to tell niggas, all right, brother. I know I wrote this down, but what you're saying is reverse racism. Go ahead, young man.
I just wanted to add to what the brother saying is so heavy. I was just watching a movie as recently with, I think it was James Earl Jones. It was made a long time ago. And this is about like the law about the man being outside of the house.
I'm gonna raise it for you. Claudine. Okay, yeah.
Claudine, right.
Is it louder for you, Karan?
Yeah, guys, sir.
All right.
And this, like, I've even dealt with this myself, being a stepfather in the world and trying to deal with a woman who had children already, and that just, that crushed my spirit in a major way. Having to deal with like women getting these ideas of the government being a husband and clutching onto that as a crutch to go throughout life with. But yeah, I just wanted to add on to that.
Right. Get that brother hand as well. And most high price. Let's keep going, Karayala. I'm gonna turn you down a little bit. Yeah, what?
Come on, sir.
Right.
For black individuals, the societal mirror often reflects distorted images.
Right, hold on. So remember, you go to like the circus and you see that image, but you super tall or you super fat, super, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the reality, but the mirror that they show you of a black person is distorted. So every movie, a nigga just super a clown. Every movie, niggas just always joking. Every movie, cats is ultra violent. You know what I'm saying? Like Malibu's Most Wanted. He acting like black people, but black people don't act like that.
Right.
Our grandfather didn't act like that. You see what I'm saying? How many people in your black community don't act like that? They're taking a small group and saying this is everyone. Then the people that actually act like that learned it from the movie, so they act like that. You see what I mean?
Right.
So you reflect what they tell you. So you don't act how you act. You act how you think you are supposed to act. Because these are the images that they're showing you. So the distorted images, just like Karan Yala said, right?
Come on, sir.
Yeah.
Come on. Reinforcing negative stereotypes and contributing to internalized racism.
Right.
This process can lead to a profound disconnection from one's cultural identity
Good night.
Resulting in feelings of shame and inadequacy.
Right. So on top of that, for one, can you imagine this is happening to a group of people that have no identity? That just came to me right now. That's the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I read this and it didn't even make sense to me too fully, even more right now reading it again. Like, they're talking about you separating from your cultural identity being from Detroit.
Right.
Your cultural identity being from Watts.
Right.
But you don't even have your identity of being an Israelite.
Right.
So you can't even separate from your real cultural identity. You separating from your fake cultural identity, which is a quasi half African, half Egyptian, half Nubian, Wabnapian. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a real identity. It's we stole in the 60s, pop locking. That's the you don't want to do that. You want to get away from that. That's not even your real cultural identity, man.
Right.
We so far down the rabbit hole, we don't even want to be fake black, let alone our real identity, which is being an Israelite. So when we say this, it really pushes a lot of our people back in a way, right? Did you say resulting in feelings of shame and inadequacy? Yeah, that's important. Like, you ashamed of your people and you feel inadequate to even be a man on earth. That's what is going through brothers' minds. Like, what's the brother's name from the baseball set?
Sammy Sosa.
Right. That's how he's thinking, right? He's ashamed. Let's keep going, though. This is where we get to the good side. We're going to bring some verses right here.
Come on, sir. It says, you want me to go to collective healing?
Yeah, correct.
Come on, sir. Collective healing. Addressing internalized racism requires a collective approach that emphasizes healing and empowerment.
Right.
Black psycho. Salaki, sir, go ahead.
So addresses internalized collective approach. So what does that mean? We can't just do this by yourself.
Right.
You can't send Sammy Sosa to a room and say, get better, nigga, stop hating your people. You got to get with your people to stop hating your people. You got to actually love other black people and say, damn, now y'all did this for me. Damn, young man did that. Iwar did that. Karan Yala came through and did this. Captain Cornwall did that. General Muhammad did this for me. Commandant General Hanna did that. Captain Azaria, Officer Karak, Kabata Ban, Tazabah, Uraga Bar. You see what I'm saying? Like, not Tazab. These brothers, I love these brothers. I love black people. The person that's done the most for me in my life look like me. Right. The one that's done the most for me look like me. So I love us. This is black love. This is black unity. You can't fix internalized racism by your goddamn self.
That's right.
It's got to be a collective. This is the program that the UPK has. Go ahead, up. Go ahead, Karan Yala.
Salaki, sir, if I could, can I just pull a precept on to drive your point home?
Please.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Break it down.
Look, it literally says that addressing internalized racism requires a collective approach that emphasizes healing and empowerment. Well, God said, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. We are not desired. We suffer from being victims of internalized racism, meaning a people not desired. You understand? Well, the Bible says, the Bible got the anecdote to that. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. And you can only do it in the ISUBK under Commander General Yana. Salaki, sir.
Damn right, man. Man, that was heavy. And see how a precept so straight, point forward, milk precept, but in the concept, it makes even more sense. That's why the milk never gets old. And the more you learn, the more you grow, you realize these things is so much inside those few words that it's almost, you can't explain it with words. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, that is a feeling, man. That was a perfect precept, Bach. And I got another precept. We're going to jump to a precept real quick showing you that internalized racism is in the Bible. Let me get John chapter 11 and verse 47. I believe it is. We'll start at verse 45. So like it. We're gonna get back to the article too. We're gonna over time say we're gonna move as much as we can, but you know, I feel like this is definitely a good class so far, and we're gonna rock it and roll it tonight a little bit. Bear with me.
This is book of John, chapter 11, verse 45.
Right.
Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahushua did, believed on him.
Right. The thing that he did was raise Lazarus from the dead.
Right.
So you see a nigga do that. I mean, I'm trying to follow him. I'm rocking and rolling with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 46. But some of them went their ways and told them what things Yahushua had done.
So they went over there and they telling like, man, this brother Christ over here raising cats from the dead. He feeding people. He healing people. He telling the Pharisees. Now, I don't know the spirit behind that. You understand? Like, it could have been, they just tell him like, this nigga's amazing. Or they could have been trying to hate on him. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
Verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests and a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles.
He do it what?
Many miracles.
Right, keep going.
48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Romans shall come and take away take away both our place and nation.
Good night. So they said, if people follow Christ, then they are going to take away our spot. So this is the Christian church. They have to keep teaching you to love the oppressor. Racism ain't the problem, and hate yourself, because if you follow the men in the truth, they're going to take away their spot. So these are brothers that really hated black people so much. To see them improved and to be healed and doing better offended them, because their position of power was only there because they held us in this place.
Right.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 49. And one of them, named Caiaphas, being a high priest that same year, said unto them, ye know nothing at all. Verse 50. Nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not.
Right.
51. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahushua should die for that nation.
Right. So it's better for us to be slaves underneath the Romans than to be better off in helping ourselves. Like, it's going to be safer. We don't want them to go to war with us. So we've got to kill this nigga so that they don't fight us, because we don't believe in God. We don't believe in each other. We don't have brotherhood. So let's get these cats out the way so that these Romans will leave us alone and we can stay in our spot and everything be cozy. TD Jakes can have a nice mansion. Creflo Dollar can fly on his jets. As long as y'all don't start blaming these Romans and helping each other, we can stay in our spot. And so that's from the hatred that they have for their own people. But Salaki, let's go back to the article real quick.
Come on, sir.
Yeah. What was the one thing I remember the Sadducees and Pharisees always say? We have no king but Caesar. That's the other precept. Y'all get that one. That one is like, they were so down bad. It's like we don't have no leader but Trump.
Sir.
You like yeah, go ahead.
If I could too, sir, what Christ said when he said, ye are of your father the devil.
Right.
Like Christ knew there was internalized racism amongst the hierarchy of Israel.
We're gonna have to pull that precept next. Now somebody pull that one up right now. John 8:44. And we're gonna read where we at though in this article. We're gonna go ahead, Karan Yala.
You want me to keep going now, sir?
Yeah, wherever you was at.
Okay, come on, sir. Black psychoanalysts advocate for the creation of safe spaces where individual safe spaces where individuals can explore their racial identity and share their experiences.
Like, you can't go to a classroom with white people in it and share your experiences of what white people are doing to you.
Right.
Subconsciously, you're not even going to be genuine and just talk how you want to talk. Unless you're in the UPK. We don't give a damn. Now, if Edomite was here, we're going to say the same things. You know what I'm saying? But if it was just in a classroom at school, the black people are not going to talk the same if you just put one white person in the room.
Right.
Think about it. If he leaves, they're going to be a little bit more relaxed and be like, yeah, man, these white folks be doing this and doing that. That's a safe space.
Right.
Because we're all going through the same thing. We can share our experiences and we can be free to express ourselves. I remember when my grandma, right, she used to be in the backyard telling me the things that white folks used to do to us. We had white papers in San Jose. And she'd be like, this. I'm like, why are you whispering? I'm 10, I'm hard-headed. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are you whispering? You know what I mean? Fuck, excuse my, you know what I mean? Damn him, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but she didn't want to offend them talking about the things that they doing to us.
Right, right.
That's what's going to happen. So in order for you to even solve this problem, you got to separate from them. Get to a point where y'all together, we can really talk about this freely. This is what we're doing right here. This is a safe space. The UPK is a sanctuary for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man.
Okay.
This is all the programs they're saying in order to fix it is what the UPK is instituting. All right? Go ahead.
Salaki, sir.
Please.
Can I that safe space? Can I pull Ezekiel 11 and 16?
Go ahead.
Khan. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 11 and verse 16. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord God, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come.
Damn. Like, even that part, it brings it more to life. Like, you're in the country that's oppressing you, you need a safe space in that country. Because you're amongst these heathens, like, you need a place to go to be safe. And that's the house that the Lord has built. All right? That was good. All right? Let's keep going. And I would even double down a little bit more on this, explore their racial identity, but we get that. Explore the racial identity of being an Israelite. We need to talk about this. We need to figure this out. We need to bring pride into that in itself. That's what this is doing. Keep going. This is how you fight against internalized racism. Keep going up.
Come on, sir. Where individuals can explore their racial identity and share their experiences through community healing circles. Participants can engage in dialogue, allowing for the normalization of their feelings and fostering a sense of solidarity.
Right. So now it's like, damn, it's just not just me. This is normal what I'm going through. We all going through this struggle. We all been oppressed. We all have these problems. Now it's normal for me to express what I'm going through because I'm in this environment, man. And then once it does that, it makes us come together and become solid with each other and have each other's back. That is fighting the racism of you hating other people that look like you. Keep going.
Come on. This process not only alleviates individual suffering, but also strengthens community bonds.
Good night. The program the UPK got is literally, not only is it biblical, not only is it right, but the white man says it's the truth and it's right.
Right.
If you look and read it in this book, you're going to find out this makes sense what we're doing here.
Come.
This is intelligent. You understand? But our people have so become victims of internalized racism. Once again, what was one of the effects of it? You deny racism altogether.
Right.
So they have to deny it so much. So yeah, we got a tough job to do out here. We in it for the long. What about it? Gird up your loins.
Okay.
We're gonna have to battle our people to prove to them that the white man is the devil. So these are the tools that we need in order to uplift our people in these days because they're becoming more subtle with their oppression. You almost can't see it. the chains ain't on your arm. You know, I know the conscious community, the chains on your brain. You know what I mean? But I mean, like Niak, I mean, they took the chains off and it's in your mind for real. You know what I'm saying? They got those images. General Muhammad always talk about an elephant. When it's a small elephant, they put a big chain on it, and the elephant can't move, can't walk. Then when it gets older, all they got to do is tie a little rope on the elephant and he won't move. Because in his mind, that rope is as heavy as that chain. So once you tie that rope on, he'll just sit there. Even though that elephant can snap that rope and run and be free. But that's all it takes because it's become a part of his, you know what I'm saying? Mindset.
Right.
Lock it. Let's keep going.
Come on, sir. Practical applications.
Oh man, where we at? Whoa.
Come on, sir.
Slow down, not.
Come on,
what did it say?
Practical applications.
I sound like I've heard that word before. Something I can't remember.
I believe you have, sir.
Practical. Now this is going to be the kicker. What does it mean? Go ahead, Nayak.
Practice.
There you go. What does that mean? A little bit more.
Study about the information, about the situation, what happened.
Just a little bit. It's quite on there. Anybody else want to take a shot at it? This is what we are. We say it every day. What does it mean? You understand?
Practice makes perfect, sir.
Okay, it's on though, but that's not you using a word to define a word. We need something that's not using that word. Go ahead, I war, and then I'm gonna let. I know Karayala use it all the time. So
would that mean just plain out simple?
I like that.
Practical. It's simple.
Right.
It's easy.
Okay.
It's gettable.
There you go.
It's not hard.
And okay. I'm gonna let Karayala go ahead and this is key. You know what I'm saying? Like you in here, let's know what we say we are. You know what I'm saying? Like look it up. You know what I mean? We say it every day. It's the Israelite school of practical knowledge. It's not there for no reason, Akim. It's very important. Everything we do is on purpose. Go ahead, Ak. You looked it up?
Yeah, sir. You want me to read the definition?
All right, go ahead, Karayala.
Salaki, I'm gonna get the Merriam-Webster diction. Merriam Webster's definition.
Right.
It says it says according to Merriam-Webster, practical means relating to action and practice rather than ideas or thoughts. It can also mean being useful. Salaki, sir.
No, go ahead, keep going.
Salaki, it says it can also mean being useful or capable of being put to use.
Right. So this is universal. This is Israelite school. This is Israelite information. Israelite school of universal everywhere. Practical knowledge that you can put into place. Another word for practical means concerned with the actual doing or use of something rather than theory and ideas. When you talk to Egyptologists, they be like, yeah, man, the Kemet, the 48 laws of Mayat. And you know what I'm saying? And you can find out the 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons. Nigga, what can I do with that information?
Right.
Can that stop me from smoking weed? No, brother. We smoke weed, brother. And we think about things like this. This is a theory. This is my idea. What's your idea? Let's build together, brother. Let's have a build. Nigga, what does that mean in blatant terms? Let's get high and talk about nothing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, we have been trained in the UPK to talk about things we're going to do. This class is not here for me to be up here and sound smart and read some stuff to white. Y'all need to take this information and use it. Precept when he says slow to anger. Like your coldest precept you can pull is when you live that Bible verse. So the next time you in a situation where you gotta hate another black man, another black woman, forgive that person, love that person, understand why that person is like that. That person hates themselves is why they hate you.
That's right.
Who is going to be the adult in the room? Who is going to be the one that is of the Lord? Who is going to carry themselves like a priest and prophet? We the ones that have the knowledge, so we have to apply it and use it.
That's right.
You understand? All right. All right, let's keep going and reading.
Come on, sir. 1, education and awareness.
Man, goddamn. I mean, am I tripping?
Nah, you're not, sir.
Where do you get educated at?
In the school, sir.
At school. Come on, right?
Come on.
Come on, man. We'll be here all night. Salakia. Let's keep going. All right.
Come on. Increasing awareness about psychological effects of racism and the dramatics of internalized racism is crucial.
The dynamics, right?
Oh, Salakia, dynamic and the dynamics of internalized racism is crucial.
It's important. Keep going.
Come on. Educational programs that discuss the theory of racism and its impact.
Discuss the
history, excuse me, Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
The history of racism and its impact on identity can empower individuals to challenge negative self-perceptions.
Good night. So if you have an educational program, Black Watch,
right? Scripture breakdown,
Monday history,
right?
The law class, like everything in UPK, we have programs discussing the history of racism every goddamn week and the impact it has on your identity and how you think about yourself.
Okay.
That can empower individuals to challenge negative self-perceptions. So it got to be ongoing. We got to talk about this every Monday. Every Monday, we got to say, you heard what they just did in Ohio? They was marching like neo-Nazis. And the Commander General said, they've been doing this since Egypt. In ancient Rome, they was doing this. You remember in slavery when there was mentioned people doing that? Right. Oh, man, well, damn. All this evil stuff been happening to us, and I hate us? I don't think that's the way it should be. The more and more you keep bringing out, the more and more I get mad at them.
Right.
The more and more I understand that we're not the problem. If I should be racist towards anybody, it might be the white man. You understand? Like, this is very intelligent to think like the way we think in the UPK, and they'll never tell you that. Because that's the white man. Imagine if he told you, imagine going to someone enslaving you and asking them for information how to get free from slavery. That's crazy. Imagine a hoe going to the pimp and saying, Daddy, can you tell me how not to be your hoe? You're gonna be like, yeah, bitch, shut up. I'll get some money, man. And matter of fact, this broad over here trying to steal from you. She's gonna be like, yeah, I hate that broad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got to ship that. That woman over there, he gonna make her think about other hoes and fight the other hoes. He's like, don't think about me, baby. What you doing? Focus on them and getting my money. Don't ask me how to get away from me. That's crazy. Keep going.
Come on. 2, culturally relevant therapeutic approaches.
This is important. Keep going.
Mental health services should be culturally competent and informed by Black psychoanalytic principles.
Right. So if you're going to go get mental health services, that's therapy. You shouldn't go to a therapist that don't understand being Black.
Right.
Like when you getting counsel from a white therapist about internalized racism, it ain't even going to make sense.
Right.
They can't even feel what you feeling as opposed to getting counsel from General Muhammad or Captain Cornwall or Captain Gadar. You see what I'm saying? Like, he can explain to you what's going on to you because he understands the situation you're going through. So we're going to get counsel. It got to be from somebody that even understands oppression.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Therapists trained in these approaches can better understand the nuances of internalized racism and support clients in reclaiming their identities.
Right. So that's said the same thing. Go ahead, verse 3. I said, it was the Bible. Salaki. Part 3.
Salaki, sir, if I may. Part two literally referred you to General Muhammad. Salaki.
Exactly. Exactly. You need therapy, but you just can't get therapy from anybody. You need to get it from a counselor that understands what we're talking about here as being oppressed. All right.
Come on, sir. Verse 3.
This is very important, right?
So I said verse 3 too. Salaki. Part 3.
Okay.
Creating spaces for Black individuals to come together.
Did you say community building first? The solution to the internalized racism is community building. Oh, my fault. Salaki, go ahead.
Come on, sir. So I'm gonna go from the top. Community building. Creating spaces for Black individuals to come together.
Oh, that sounds familiar too. Like, is that like the Passover?
Yeah.
Is that like the Feast of Purim?
Right.
Is that like class? Is that like you understand? You know what I mean? Like going to the club, like all these things. That sound like that to me. Keep going.
Salagi, sir. Also, our annual cookouts.
Damn right. That's a space for Black individuals to come together, right?
Come on. Share their stories.
Go ahead.
This is heavy, sir.
Yeah,
and
man.
celebrate
and do what?
And celebrate their cultural heritage.
Come on.
Can foster resilience.
Right. So when you come together for Christmas, that destroys you more.
Right.
When you come together for Thanksgiving, you celebrating the destruction of your cultural heritage,
right?
Reinforcing internalized racism,
right?
Will make you hate niggas more. Because not only are you around people celebrating something that's against your people, the people in the building all hate niggas.
Right.
That's why you get drunk and fight each other every holiday, because you in a room, you in a ticking time bomb of a bunch of KKK members.
Right.
Going home is like visiting the Klan. Like, nigga, a funeral for Black people is like going to a goddamn neo-Nazi meeting, nigga. A bunch of niggas that hate niggas in a room in pain and suffering and about to destroy each other.
Right.
And celebrate people that destroyed you.
Absolutely.
You got to come together for the Passover and celebrate our God destroying our enemies.
That's right.
That's gonna make you resilient when you like, man, I'm about to get. You like, man, let me put that weed down. Let me tell you, I'm about to take a perk, but let me put that down. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I'm about to go hit this lick, but now let me. This nigga cut me off. General Hyman said, I never sit there and honk at my horn at Black people and the what do they call that, road rage? Like road rage. This nigga's driving has been up 16 hours this week. I mean, tonight, working. You know what I'm saying? Wife tripping, baby mama, child support. You know what niggas going through because you going through it.
Right.
Person just got killed. All the shit, all the stuff.
Right.
And he cut you off. You going, hey, nigga, what? He snapped. And you like, niggas is crazy. Nigga, do you know what this nigga is going through? Let him slide, brother. Right. It's all good, my nigga. Go ahead. You got the lane. It's all right. You can go ahead and cut me in. I'm not even worried about the line, brother. Right. Shalom. Peace. Like, who is going to get this, you know what I mean? Except us. Like, that's what's going to allow that to happen. You know what I mean? So, keep going.
Come on. Engaging. Oh, Salaki.
You right?
I'm gonna read that again. Engaging in cultural activities and community service can help individuals reconnect with their identity and combat feelings of inferiority.
That sounds like Quran Yala right there.
Damn right.
I asked you to take community service program.
Damn right.
Feeding Black people can help you re-engage with the community, reconnect with your identity, and combat feelings of inferiority, because now you're saying the whole life we was told white people need to help us when we can go help ourselves.
Right.
We can do something for black people with no help. I'm not inferior. I'm superior, brother. I am somebody. I hate that stuff, but you know what I mean? I ain't, you know what I mean? It's like they done changed all this up to me, you know what I mean? I can't even speak English, but you know what I mean? Like, hold on, brother. I'm somebody. I can do something.
Right.
Like this, it feels good to go and help your people. Doing community service for your people can make you love your people even more.
That's right.
All right. Let's
if I could too, sir, I just want to say one thing too. Number 3 that's a big part of eradicating generational curses. When you do this community building, as far as indulging in your real cultural identity of being an Israelite and coming into the truth, not only do you do it for yourself individually, but the generation that you raising up under you, they don't see Christmas as something that's culturally attached to their people. They see, oh, damn, we finna go across the damn United States to go celebrate Passover again. I got to get a garment. I'm about to wear my Passover dress for the sisters and the young ladies, and your children are building up a racial identity that's going to combat internalized racism when they get older and they are your age. You understand?
Damn right. Damn, man. We're the most high in him, man.
Most high in Christ, huh?
Man, without this book, they said the worst thing they could ever done was leave this book. I remember, I think I seen High Priest Mashah saying that at the camp speaking. y'all white folks got rid of this book. But it was like it's a two-edged sword. That's what it says. It's a double-edged sword. If they use this book, they can destroy you. So they can't get rid of the book because they need it to destroy you.
Right.
But then if you get the book in your hands, you might become like Nat Turner. Hello.
Right.
I gotta bring the bay up. That's not what. Hello. You know what I'm saying? You might start doing something with this book. You like, hold on, bro. Read the same book, and it make me want to do something different than love you.
Right.
You understand? So it's like, man, they're like, damn, if we do, if we get rid of the book, then we can't rule these niggas. If we keep the book and they really figure it out, they might end up over us. So they got to do everything they can to just distract you from getting away from it. So that's that from this article. We can take that off the screen. Let's go to a couple quick steps, and we'll let brothers get up out of here, man. If y'all got any questions or comments, go ahead before we go. And I had a video too. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got so much, you know what I mean. But it's just 9 o'clock.
So like it, sir, if I may, we then are gonna have to do a part 2 of this.
Got to, huh?
This is a heavy topic right here.
It really is, man. I'm telling you, I was feeling the same way. I definitely was feeling the same way. We can expound on it. Let's do it. Let's go to. Let me get Acts chapter 9 first. Yeah, Acts chapter 9. Let me see what I want to hear. I think this story might be good enough for us to close out on this. And let me see if I got anything else. I'm gonna read some. I got all this, bro, man, all this different stuff, man. Is this it? Nah, it's this one right here. This is important right here. So it says this is a book by Stokely Carmichael. Says Stokely speaks. On page 80, it says Frederick Douglass, a black leader in the 1800s, said that slaves seek his liberation when and only when he stops obeying a master. Camus said the same thing 100 years later on the first page of The Rebel. When a slave stops accepting definitions imposed upon him by his master, then and only then he begins to move and create a life. Like, we have to stop letting them define us and tell us what's right. And that's things like telling you're being a reverse racist, calling them racist. He said, I'm an anti-racist racist. To stop this oppression, I got to be racist against y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't not call you out. But Shalaki, let's go ahead. Let's see. I want in 9. Let's see. Ooh, this is important. Yeah, breathing through and start against. Verse 1. Let's start at verse 1. This is key. We ain't got to go too far.
This book of Acts, chapter 9, verse 1. And Saul, yet breathing out threatenings and slaughter against the disciples of the Lord, went unto the high priest.
Right. So Saul, he breathing out, he fuming with anger at the brothers in the truth. He hate these threatening and slaughter, like I'm gonna kill you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine somebody at the camp and they see us bringing the truth out, talking about Christ? He like, I'm slide on you niggas, bro. All you niggas gonna die. When I come back, everybody over here getting lit up. You know what I'm saying? That's Saul. He fuming at the mouth with this against the disciples of the Lord, man. The brothers in the truth. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And desired of him letters to Damascus, to the synagogue.
I'm writing. I'm putting charges on all you niggas. I'm
Right.
sending letters to Damascus. I'm sending letters to Jerusalem. I'm
Right.
sending all the people out here. This is nasty Nate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These brothers out here teaching against and talking about protect Trayvon Martin. We gonna tell them, Nate, these brothers out here doing this, doing that. Go ahead.
That if he found any of this way, whether they were men or women,
Good night.
he might bring them down unto Jerusalem.
He gonna arrest these niggas.
Right.
Men or women.
You go to jail.
You go to jail. You know what I'm saying? If you got a warrant, I'm turning you in.
Right.
Oh, he like, I'm about to take you. And I almost don't want to defame Saul by even comparing him to these cats. But I mean, he was trying to get niggas killed. I mean, he was tripping. Saul was out there. He's gonna arrest you and take you all the way back to Jerusalem to do what? So they can kill you there. You understand? To put you in jail, all that. Verse 3.
Verse 3. And as he journeyed, he came near Damascus, and suddenly there shined round about him a light from heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. And he fell to the earth and heard a voice saying unto him, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me?
Right. So now, who can? What does that mean? Persecutest thou me? We see what letter it is red, so we know who that's talking. Go ahead. Now,
torturing.
Yeah, who?
His people.
There you go. That's what I want, because it said Christ and it said me, but he's hurting his people. You
That's
understand?
right.
Saul hated niggas. He had the same spirit the Sadducees and Pharisees had. He wanted to put them to death, lock them up, all of that, because they were following Christ. So there is no separation between Christ and his people.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And he said, Who art thou, Lord? And the Lord said, I am Yahushua, whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against the prince.
Right, man. Like the more and more you fighting and trying to destroy us, you're gonna hurt yourself. You understand? Like you didn't gone too far. Christ had to come and put him in check. All right.
Right.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. And he trembling and astonished said, Lord, what wilt thou have me to do? And the Lord said unto him, Arise and go into the city, and it shall be told thee what thou must do.
Right. And so let's just drop down to verse let's go down to verse 15 real quick. Go ahead. Doc.
I just got a quick question.
Please.
Where it says that a light shined from heaven
Mm-hmm.
on Saul and Yahushua speaking,
Mm-hmm.
He's not physically in front of him, is he? Or am I tripping?
Saul was blinded by the light. He couldn't even see. He's hearing a voice. That's why he said he heard a voice.
I'm thinking of comic book stuff. Like he talked to him telepathically, sir. Like I don't know.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. Like it's in it. He heard a voice, like a light shine. He heard a voice. However, he heard it. I can't if it was in his own head or not. But it's like he heard this voice from the outside. You understand? It's like someone was there. That's why he's trembling. Like he's like, man, what is this? You understand? But let's keep going here. Verse 7. Well, let's go back to verse 7.
Verse 7. And the men which journeyed with him stood speechless.
Right, exactly. It tells you the answer right here.
Hearing the voice, but seeing no man.
So it wasn't just him. It wasn't in his head. They heard it too. Right. You understand? They like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? Right. This is something crazy. You know what I mean? So when he rised up, he was blind. He couldn't see. He had 3 days without sight, just going through. And he was brought to this town to one of the disciples. And through these different things, he gets revealed what he wants, what the Lord, what Christ wants him to do. So like it. Go to verse 15.
God. Verse 15. But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me to bear my name before the Gentiles, the kings, and the children of Israel.
Right.
Verse 16. For I will shew him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake.
Good night. He shall do what? He shall
suffer for my name's sake.
Right. And so let's see. And then drop down to verse 18.
Verse 18. And immediately there fell from his eyes, and it had been scales, and he received sight forthwith.
Right. So
forthwith, and arose and was baptized.
Right.
Verse 19. And when he had received meat, he was strengthened. Then was Saul certain days with the disciples, which were at Damascus.
Right. So now he's getting this revealed to him. They teaching this to him. This blindness of his eyes was taken away, which is kind of like us showing our people the truth. Like you have to take these things off and explain it to them. And then once they start to see these things, then they can be like, okay, I get it. And now I'm going to follow Christ. Go ahead, Iwar.
So I can, sir. So when they speak about the blindness, was it metaphorically being blind? So he was physically blind.
Yeah, when you read up in verse 8 and 9 down there, so he was literally blind.
Okay, time.
Yeah, after that moment when the light came, he was blinded. He could not see. Yep. Read verse 20.
Verse 20. And straightway he preached Christ in the synagogues, that he is the Son of the
Most High, right? And so, man, instantly he started going out and teaching these things, raising the people up. And read verse 21, and we'll end on this.
Verse 21. When all that heard him were amazed and said, "Is not this he that destroyed them which called on this name in Jerusalem, and came hither for that intent, that he might bring them bound unto the chief priests?"
Right. It's just not him, man. Like this brother that did all this evil, how is it he the one that's teaching this powerful truth? You understand? So that's how people, can oftentimes look at brothers in the truth. You understand? Like this brother we seen in the world, he was doing this, he was doing that. Now he's coming out here, he's teaching the truth of the Bible, he's raising up men. It's just something that you can't even believe. They are amazed at that, So once again, like if Saul could be changed from having that much self-hatred, that much internalized racism, man, we can be fixed as well. And the same program that Saul had was learning about Christ and learning about the truth is the same program we got here in the UPK, which allowed Saul, they said he was on fire with the truth after this.
Right.
And went to go and to make things right because he knew how much wrong he did when he was in the war. And that's the thing that we got to do. We got to take that fire, never let that fire go from the things that we know we did against the Lord, the things we did against our people. You hate, at least, you know, in the Bay, you got a big thing with pimping out here. It's like you hate your mama, you hate your sister.
Right.
You're gonna send that woman. You understand? Because you hate women. And so now you got to be like, all right, all this evil that I've done, now I got to go help fix black women.
That's right.
And I always give a shout out to Karanyala because what the brother is saying, when he says it is so in the spirit and so one West, when he says humbly, like I had a portion of destroying Oakland, so I owe Oakland to help fix it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we all want to be and have that spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's of the Lord. Like we owe black people for the times that we hated black people.
That's right.
You understand? We have to give them love and mercy and kindness because we were a part of the problem. Now, in order for us to make it right, we got to be a part of the solution. It don't come by doing nothing. Faith without works is dead. If we don't make it right, then it doesn't matter if you believe in Christ. Believing in Christ is going out and loving your brothers and showing them that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, man, this person would have normally, when this happened, I drive someone, they flip me off, I flip them off. We go back and forth, we go back, and then it's become a whole nigga moment. That's normal. Gave me one more reason to hate niggas.
Right.
You gave me another reason to hate black people.
Right.
How you acting in the club? He bumped in myself. Nigga, back up, nigga. Nigga, you back up, nigga. No, you yeah, nigga. One West up in here, nigga. You doing it? You creating internalized racism even more. You strengthening the internalized racism amongst our people. And then now you're gonna go out on camp speaking and say, you should love black nigga. Do you love black people?
Right. Right.
How much?
Yeah, right.
Love is not when it's good, it's when it's hard. What's the precept on that? We done for the night. You got it? Okay, no sweat. Hey, he had the spirit of, he might have had it. Do you got a precept? Did anything come to your mind? That's one of them. That's not the one I wanted, though. He was going to say suffering.
Long suffering, sir?
No, that's what he was saying, but nah. The one I want, anybody got one for me? I'm saying that it's easy to love black people when black people love you.
A friend love at all times? A brother is born for adversity?
It's easy for you to love black people when black people love you. But it's hard for you to love them when they hate you. Luke chapter 6 and verse 32. We're gonna close it on this. Luke chapter 6, verse 32.
The book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye? Like what credit do you want to get for that?
Right.
I love the brothers in UPK. We show love to each other. We got love for each other. It's brotherhood, most high in Christ. Okay, what honor do you want? What glory? There's glory in that. But Christ is trying to teach us something with this, right? Go ahead.
For sinners also love those that love them.
Well, what?
For sinners also love those that love them.
Man, niggas in the gang love niggas in the gang.
Right.
Crips love Crips. Y'all know that? Bloods love blood. You know what I'm saying? Like the cartel love the cartel members. The Aryan Brotherhood loves the Aryan brother. They have brotherhood for each other. They have love for one another. The sinners love each other.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
33. And if ye do good to them which do good to you, What they have ye?
Right. If you do good, people that do good, what honor is really in that? How much credit do you want to get for that? That's easy to do because Donald Trump really loves his children. He really, really loves his children. But you know who he hates? Us. So if he wouldn't show love to us, that would be a miracle. But this, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing for him to, you know what I mean? Keep going.
For sinners also do even the same.
Right.
34.
Mm-hmm.
And if ye lend to them of whom ye hope to receive,
Right.
what thank have ye? For sinners also lend to sinners to receive as much again.
And I'm gonna keep this on Bloods and Crips though. This is more accurate too. To describe it like this. This is the Crips that show love to Crips, Bloods that show love to Bloods, Pyrus to Pyrus, the South Side Chicago, whoever the GDs, they love the GDs, the BDs love the BDs. Keep going.
Verse 35. But love ye your enemies.
Right.
And do good and lend, hoping for nothing again. And your reward shall be great.
Right. If you're able to let this slide for your enemies, if the Crips can show love to the Bloods, that's an amazing thing. That's a great reward.
That's right.
If you can show love to this broad and she talking all regulars out of her neck, and you no sweat, sis. My bad. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You right. You are. You know what I'm saying? I was out of order. Please forgive me, sister. I'm here to help black people. You understand? Like, that's the spirit we gotta have. You know what I'm saying? It's to love our enemies, which is our people. And they use this to make us hate our people even more. They made us to love them and really hate us. But yeah, Swagger, go ahead. Anything else on this? Let's finish this verse when we close out. Yep.
And ye shall be the children of the highest, for he is kind unto thee, unto the unthankful.
Good night.
And to the evil.
Well, now somebody break that part down for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, we were saying, well, first of all, I'm talking about his people.
Okay.
Whoever's unthankful, he's still kind to them.
Who?
His people.
Who is too kind?
The brother. Your brother.
When it says, and ye shall be the children of the highest. Who is the highest?
Most High.
Right.
For he is kind unto the unthankful. It's right. Unthankful and to the evil.
Go ahead, Nayak, and I see you, Karan. Y'all as well, and I see you.
Yeah, so he's kind to the unthankful.
Who?
Most High.
Okay.
So we should be kind to him.
Exactly.
Unthankful.
And who else?
And to the evil.
Exactly. Get a brother in. Right? That's it right there. Did y'all have any comments or you just wanted to break it down?
No, I just want to he broke it down, but just to add on to his point, the Lord still has mercy on people who are sinners. You understand?
Right.
The Lord still has mercy on people who disobeyed his laws. And we were once those people that disobeyed those laws and were sinners. Exactly. So since the Lord got mercy on us, then we should have mercy on our brothers and sisters.
Exactly. That's the full and complete breakdown. You are the evil in the sinners. He like, you're the evil that the Lord has had mercy on. You understand? You're the unthankful. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He could have treated you the same way, and he had all the rights to do it.
Right.
But we can't let nothing slide. You know what I'm saying? Like, go verse 36.
Verse 36. Be ye therefore merciful.
Be ye therefore what?
Merciful.
Uh-huh.
As your Father also is merciful.
Right. Let me Google that word real quick and we'll leave on this. What does it mean to be merciful? Merciful meaning. Showing or exercising mercy, forgiving, compassionate, gracious, lenient, pitying, acceptable. Like, man, you got to be forgiving, compassionate to our people, gracious, lenient. Like being strict is like, do this, I'm gonna do that. You got to hold you to this. You know, man, it's back and forth. It's just you got to let some stuff slide. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and now this is just regular stuff. People honking the horns and, you know what I'm saying? Day-to-day life, bumping shoulders. He's talking to Lil Durk, should have been lenient and merciful to the brother that killed King Von.
Right.
To Lil Tim. He didn't want to let it go. He didn't want to have mercy on him. He wanted to forgive him. And guess what? The Lord ain't forgive him. Now he got to deal with that. He's going to be in there for the next 30, 40 years because he couldn't let that slide. But if he would have had a little bit of understanding about internalized racism and how much is a plan for him to hate other people that look like him, he might have been a way to figure a way to say, you know what? I did take a loss. They did kill my brother. But I forgive this brother, man. That's brotherhood. That's being a man. That's real love. Even though he was wrong, I'm going to be right this time because you know what? I've been wrong so much. If the Lord treated me like I'm about to treat him, then we both going to be dead. So like, but that's that, man. I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer. That sounds amazing. You understand?
All right.
The yacht. You understand? We're going to close out the class.
So ISUBK security announcements. We are the ISUBK under Commander General Yamaha.
Turn that camera towards the brother.
Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York.
No, okay, yep. Good.
Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. 6 months. If your brother or sister is interested in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is the command, Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3, 8 to 10, means 10. In Hebrew, Hayashim. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher peace fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. It's like upcoming home convocation is Feast of Purim. That's March 13 and 14.
Right.
Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. End of security announcement. Men of Israel, march. We stand.
We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher.
Men of Israel, going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, march. Men of Israel, march Shabbat. March. Rock. Yahweh
Shabbat rocket fly.
Yahweh Shabbat
boom. Men of Israel, Yahweh top. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, march Shabbat. March. Rock. Yahweh Shabbat. Men of Israel, Yahweh top. Pastor Smith.
Hosanna Christ.